Hi all.
Yes,
Hi,
Good morning.
hi,
Good
hi.
good
evening.
evening, good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good morning.
Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes for others to join, and then we'll start our discussion. Probably we'd wait for 2 more minutes for other learners to join, and then we'll start our discussion, guys. Thanks for joining. We'll wait for 2 more minutes, and then we'll start our discussion.
Hi Prasanna sir, good evening.
Hi, hi.
Yeah, if you can share your video so we can at least see you. Who is Ravanna sir?
Sorry, I do not have the webcam with me.
Okay, no
Uh,
problem.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Hope my voice is audible for everyone. Thanks for joining. Myself, Saravanan Srinivasan. I have close to 14 years of experience in this performance testing and performance engineering side. So actually, I have wide range of experience in performance testing and performance engineering tools. Probably, if I say the tools like JMeter, Load Runner, Neoload, Performance Center, Blazemeter, Gatling, Rational Performance Tester. So all these performance testing tools, I have experience working with multiple customers, multiple technologies. I have experience. Along with that, yes, I have experience in APM tools like Dynatrace, AppDynamics, Neuralink, Datadog, all those APM tools. I also take performance engineering sessions. Okay, so wherein all performance engineering tools like client side monitoring tools, server side monitoring tools, database monitoring tools, all those tools also I have experience. So here we all gathered here to get the understanding of a JMeter tool, Apache JMeter tool. So I encourage each and every one of you. Please stop me at any point of time if you feel like you need clarity or you need something to be explained in detail, or your expectation is different. You want to learn certain things. Yes, here we all gathered here to get that understanding. Don't hesitate. Don't feel like this is good question or bad question or something like that. I encourage each and every one of you to ask question. Stop me at any point of time. Ask question, get the clarity, and then we'll move on. For that reason only, we all gathered here. Yes, this is actually a evaluation session. We are going to discuss, and then we'll move forward, guys. Okay. Hope I am audible for everyone. With that understanding, we don't want to waste further time. We'll go into the course content. What are all the things that we are going to learn? Because that is important, right? Because in that list, which is actually we are going to discuss, and then we'll move on. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So I'll start from the beginning. Okay. As I mentioned, you guys can first digest this information properly, what we are going to learn as part of this course journey, and then you can ask your question then and there, whatever you wanted to get the clarity. Okay, because Apache JMeter is actually a I would say leading performance testing tool in the industry right now. Because traditionally, if you go back and then come here, because LoadRunner was a renowned commercial tool in the market, but after that, uh, even Apache JMeter is actually giving a tight competition with LoadRunner tool. Even it is even though it is actually an open source tool, but which is having a good capability when compared to LoadRunner tool. Okay, so I wanted to start with the basic understanding, because in this forum definitely there are performance testers or freshers or those who wanted to move to performance testing. They wanted to choose their career as performance testers. So for everybody's benefit, what we are going to do, we are going to start from the scratch. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, 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 you're audible.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
you're audible.
Yeah, sorry, ready. I think uh, can you rejoin one more time? Sometimes it may be a technical glitch. You can rejoin one more time.
Yes, I can hear it now. Yeah.
Okay, then. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sure. So what we are going to do in this course journey, first of all, we are going to set the context. Set the context means what? Performance testing tool, yes, Apache JMeter we are going to learn. But for that, what is actually very important? Fundamentals of performance testing is actually important. So what we are going to do in the initial part of the session is that what is performance testing? Why we are going to learn performance testing? What are all the test types that are available? In that, functional testing means what? Non-functional testing means what? In non-functional testing, performance testing, what we are going to do? What are all the different types of performance testing that we are going to do? All those things we are going to discuss in the initial part of our session. Okay, initial part of our session we are going to do that, because why I'm going to cover that first, I'll tell you. During interview, what is actually happening, even those who are coming and attending interview with me, I can easily find them whether they are good in performance testing or they are only they only watched a certain YouTube video and then they came for interview. I can easily find them because we are asking certain question. If they are in the position to answer to those questions, we can easily understand, yes, they have the understanding about performance testing and they did performance testing before. So in order to understand, so in order to get that understanding, we are going to discuss about fundamentals of performance testing. That is what we are going to discuss in the initial part of the session. I am going to explain, say a typical example. I'm saying, what is load test, stress test, endurance test, scalability test, volume test? Why? Because during interview or any discussion forum that you are participating, definitely people will ask this question: have you ever done load test before? How will you do load test? How much load condition that you follow? How much of duration that you will execute, like that? These are the questions you will regularly get it during your interview session or during your discussion forum. You will get this kind of a question. So in order to make yourself prepared for that kind of a question, what I am going to do, I am going to prepare you in those levels, so that it is not only going to be kind of a tool level learning, you are going to prepare for yourself with the interview level also. That is how this entire course content is actually designed. So right from the fundamental thing, you can think like this: yes, I am a fresher, I don't have any background about testing, but still I can join the session, get the clarity, each and every basic technical jargons I'm going to learn. With that knowledge, I'm going to attend the interview so that I can easily crack the interview. That level we are going to cover it. Okay, right from basic understanding about testing, in that what is functional testing, non-functional testing, in that what is performance testing, in that what are all the test types that are going to be performed, in that what are all the prerequisite conditions that you have to follow, all those things we are going to cover. Okay, even during the interview session, what will happen, they'll check whether you are having fundamental understanding about how to do this performance testing, how you will interact with the clients, what are all the information that you will ask the client, what information customer will provide to you, whether those informations are sufficient to start your performance testing. Like that, we are going to discuss all the basic understanding about performance testing. So with that understanding, what you are going to do straight away, you are going to the ground level. Okay, you are going to get the job, you are going to the ground level, and you are going to start your job with this understanding. That is very much important. So usually what problem is actually happening in the industry, you are learning, you are joining some session in the training institute, some tutorial you are going through, but you don't have any background what is actually happening in the real ground, in the real world, what is actually happening. That understanding is actually basically missing. So that we are going to cover. That is important, right? Because when you are facing some interview, or when you are going through certain discussion forum, you should be in a position to answer to those questions. So that is what we are going to do, guys. Okay, so with that level, we are going to learn the basics, and we are going to learn the fundamentals of performance testing, and we are going to learn the tool as well. In the tool level also, we are going to cover all the layers. That also I am going to cover one by one. So right now, in the initial introduction part, we are going to basically understand what is performance testing, what am I going to do as a performance tester, what are all the best practices that are followed in the industry. If someone is asking a question related to performance testing, like requirement gathering, what will you do, test planning, what will you do, test designing, what will you do, test execution, what will you do, test reporting, what will you do, like that, anything that is related to performance testing life cycle, right? That also we are going to cover right from the scratch. I'll take a pass here, guys. Any question till now?
No, sir.
Yeah, I'll take the silence as no question. Okay, we'll move on. So the next one is, yes, setting the foundation is important. We are setting the foundation, saying like performance testing level, we are going to get that understanding, post which we are going to learn about JMeter, Apache JMeter, which is a open source performance testing tool. We are going to learn right from actually this tool I told you, right, which is actually giving a tight competition to a tool called load runner. And this tool is also having a lot of capability. So right from the beginning, okay, what is JMeter, why we have to learn JMeter? JMeter is an open source tool. In what way it is actually giving a tight competition to the other tools in the market? That also we are going to cover. I'm going to explain. Say like JMeter we are going to learn. LoadRunner is one such tool. Neoload is one such tool. Blazemeter is one such tool, like that. So at least we should know the name of the other performance testing tools in the market. Okay, what is happening, even if I'm asking a question to the learners in while those who are coming for the interview, if I'm asking like, have you, I mean, you learnt about other tools in the market, they'll blindly say I don't know, I only know JMeter. So those are the things. You should not give a blind answer or a blunt answer to the interviewer, because what interviewer they are checking, you have the hunger to learn or what? Have you ever explored other tools in the market or what? Those are the basic checking they are doing. So at least you should have a fair understanding about what are the tools that are available in the market. What are all the tools that are available in the market? So what I am going to do, I am going to give that understanding to you all. So say like load runner, neoload, Blazemeter, whatever the tools that are there in the market, at least we'll have a basic understanding of about that tool. So that if someone is asking apart from Apache JMeter, what are all the tools in the market, have you ever tried to learn that tool or what, something like that, we will answer to those question as well. Okay, that is what we are going to do it in the introduction part. Okay, and then there are internal components that are there in the uh, JMeter, that they call that as elements. In JMeter world, they call that as elements. So what I am going to do, I am going to explain the basic fundamental skeleton of the JMeter. Okay, inside JMeter, what are all the things that are there? Okay, say like test plan means what, non-test element means what, thread group means what, sampler means what, logic controller means what, like that I'm going to set the context. Because basic understanding is important. That is kind of a storyline, right? When you are learning certain tool, inside the tool what are all the capabilities that are there, that we have to understand. That is very important. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set that basic understanding. When you are facing certain situation, say like somebody is actually coming and asking you, will you do performance testing for my application? So in that case, you should have that understanding, right? Okay, I'm going to get that application, whether it may be a web application or it may be a web services or it may be a mobile application or whatever. I'm going to get that application. I'm going to do performance testing using Apache JMeter tool. So I need to know the internal components of the JMeter, right? Then only I can use the tool in a proper way. I need to completely understand the basic components that are available in JMeter. Then only I can understand. Okay, I'm going to start from recording. I'm going to capture the traffic. I'm going to do certain customization in the script, and then I'm going to execute the test. I'm going to prepare the report. I'm going to provide my report to the customer. So like that, we are going to know, yes, these are the components that are there. Each component is having one functionality. I'm going to use those functionality and I'm going to do my performance testing. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to provide the introduction about the JMeter. Introduction about the JMeter. All these elements I'm going to explain. Right from test plan means what, non-test element means what, thread group means what, sampler means what, like that. I'm going to explain the fundamental elements that are there in the JMeter tool. Because based on that only you are going to start your performance testing. Because I told you, right, there are freshers will be there, experienced candidate will be there. There are people, they are from the non-IT background, they wanted to move their career from non-IT to IT. Everybody will be there, right? So I wanted to start from the foundation level. So that basic setting of context we are going to do it in the JMeter introduction part. Okay, I'll take a pass here. Any question, guys?
Hi, Sarvana sir. Akshay here. Actually, wanted to
Hi, okay.
know, do we need to have some kind of coding background or needed for JMeter?
See, it is actually combination of answer. Okay, yes and
Okay,
no also.
no problem.
Because why I'm saying, say I told you, I have 14 years of experience, like that I told you, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
frankly ask me like how many times I use scripting, means maybe a few instances only, very few instances. Okay, okay, it is not that every time you are going to scripting or what. No, I
Okay.
will definitely assure that. Okay, but there are instances, there are situations where it may require a small scripting, small scripting. Those scripting also nowadays it is all readily available in internet also. You can only copy and then you define your own variables and then you can use it for your basic needs. A foundation level or very fundamental knowledge is enough. Okay, I would not say you
Okay.
should be a super guru in JavaScript, Groovy script, BeanShell
Mm-hmm.
script, like that. No. Okay, I actually I mentioned three, right? In any one,
Mm-hmm.
if you are having the foundation level, that is more than sufficient. But in that also, I would not say like if you are having that only you can do, you can survive or what. No, I will not tell like that. Without that also you can survive. Okay, so even
Okay.
I'll tell you, I will explain, I'll share my experience. Okay, so there are freshers who got the job in JMeter. If they are getting
Mm-hmm.
that opportunity to do the scripting also, what happens, certain times if they are having the interaction with the developer, some developers they will help them to do that scripting. Okay, it is not that nobody will help you, or there is no opportunity to do that or what. No, nothing like that. But I'm saying corner to corner chances you may get the scripting also, but it is not regular. 90 to 95 percentage of the time you will not get it. Okay, but I'll
Okay.
also tell you one
Mm.
thing. Certain times our time is also plays a role, right? Sometimes if I say, Akash, don't worry, it will not come, who knows, in your project it will come.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so so
Get
uh,
it.
so that is all case to case. But I will say it is not badly needed, but foundation level if you are having, that is more than sufficient. Okay,
Oh, cool. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
yeah, sure.
So in this course, do we cover that level of coding
Yes,
or
yes,
like do we cover
yes,
that?
it is. Yeah, we are covering.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we are covering that. Say that is what I'm saying. Say I'll tell you the pros and cons also. Sometimes I will tell you something which is all coming in the industry. You are going to your application, sometimes that is little deviated from whatever I told in the scripting. That time you will come and say you told whatever you learned is more than sufficient, it is actually coming in different stories actually coming. So that's what I'm saying. The capturing the data, I can write it, I can capture the data in one way, right? But in your application there may be a demand that you need to capture it in a little more different way. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'll explain whatever the possible options, whatever the possible way in industry it is actually coming, we will look into it. Okay, but that is kind of, I'm giving the awareness. Okay, sometimes it may be slightly deviated also. Okay, you are getting my point, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, sure. But in my experience, all these 14 years I'm saying, very few instances only I got the challenging scripting things and all. Apart from that, I used native capability of Apache JMeter to solve the puzzle. I'll tell you. Okay, because I'm going to explain you guys in which way you are going to use the native capability of JMeter to resolve all the problem. Very exception case only the scripting and all, it is all required. Okay, yeah. Any question, guys?
The scripting means with scripts is there for Java scripting like that or
Yeah, JavaScript, BeanShell script, or Groovy script. JMeter supports 3. Okay, but
okay,
if you see all the way, all 3 are actually inline. Okay, don't worry. If you learn one, the remaining syntax and all, it is slightly only different. Other than that, it is all same only. Okay,
okay.
I don't expect you to learn everything. We'll probably focus on BeanShell scripting. Okay, so with that, I'll teach you what are all the things can be achieved. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So
So
Yeah, Shravan.
which pro
sorry, please go ahead.
Yeah, Hazi here.
Yeah.
So compared to Loadrunner, like in which tool we use like most of the like enhancement, as in terms of coding in JMeter or Loadrunner?
See, that's a disclaimer I just now explained. One more time, I'll tell you. Here also, JMeter, I'll tell you, maybe for the freshers, please bear with me. I'm going to tell a little high level knowledge, but for everybody's benefit, I'll explain this. Okay. So, JMeter tool, what we are going to do? We are going to capture the traffic, I mean, record the traffic, and then we are going to do parameterization and we are going to do correlation. These are the bare minimum things every script require. Okay, parameterization, correlation. Parameterization is nothing but, is there any static value you need to hard code? Static value means what? Your login credential, some static value you are handling, that is parameterization. And then correlation is nothing but, is there any dynamic value that is actually coming in your script or what? These two things are the core capability that we are going to use it in JMeter. Not only JMeter, every performance testing tool you are going to do it. Okay, I'll tell you the scripting part where it is actually coming. Till now, whatever I told you, right? This recording, parameterization, correlation, and all, default capability of JMeter, where you don't want to write any scripting. Okay, but in certain instances, corner to corner chances. Okay, certain instances where maybe there are data that is not captured by JMeter, or there are data you are unable to capture in JMeter. Okay, there are situation you need to manually construct your request. In those cases only, minimum of scripting is required. That and all very corner chances only. I mean, out of the 100 percentage, probably 5 percentage or max of 10 percentage scenario only it will happen. Remaining all times, what you are going to do? Record the flow, parameterization, correlation, and certain assertion. Assertion means what? Checking the output. Okay, so these are the bare minimum things that we are going to do. The scripting and all, which is very rarely you are going to get it, that also we are going to learn in our course journey, how to handle it whenever the situation is actually coming like that. So don't worry, that is also covered. So in that case, the maximum part we are going to use the JMeter capability. Very minimum part the scripting is actually going to come. That also we are going to learn in our course journey. Clear, guys? Clear?
Yes, Shavana. Which
Yeah.
mostly script using? Is it using JMeter, JavaScript or BeanShell or what? Groovy script mostly we use. Which?
See, I think people are more comfortable in JavaScript and BeanShell script only. Mostly people will use JavaScript and JavaScript and BeanShell script. Both are actually looking like same. If you write the syntax of the JavaScript, if you write the syntax of the BeanShell, you will not find much of a difference, except I mean the termination alone. Okay, the semicolon that you are using at those levels only you are going to get the changes. Other than that, it is all same. So you try to use either of the one. We will cover the BeanShell script. If you guys feel I wanted to cover a little portion of the JavaScript, that also I'll cover. No problem. Okay, we'll see both the things
Oh,
and then we'll be comfortable with that. Okay.
okay, right.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So the next one is, so once we are knowing what is actually inside JMeter, right? Then what we are going to do, we are going to download the JMeter, and then we are going to set up the JMeter, and then we are going to configure the proxy, and we are going to set up the certification, and then we wanted to get the basic understanding about the property file, and then browser level we are going to set the proxy, and then how in JMeter basic execution is actually going to happen. There is a plugin manager capability that is actually available in JMeter, that also we are going to do. So these are the initial setup. These are the initial setup. What we are going to do, everybody, each and everyone in this forum, those who are joining the session, we are going to do that in our mission. That is the first thing we are going to do, because I want each and every one of you to do this regularly. You have to do whatever I'm doing, either I mean post completion of the session, everybody should do it. Everybody should do it in your machine. Next day when we are starting the session, I am expecting each and every one of you should tell me where you are blocking, whether you executed, is there any problem, is there any setup issue, is there any blocker, anything and everything what you are facing, you are going to tell to me. Don't even wait for next day also. We have a group that is actually available, right? You put your message with the screenshot and everything, so that I may be prepared with the answer and straight away in the session level, or even I will assign my team members. Okay, Isha team will connect you, and then they'll try to resolve the problem. Either way we are okay. Either I can connect and resolve the problem, or our team can connect and resolve the problem, or sometimes over the phone itself I will provide the solution also. That also we can do it. Okay. And then next one is, straight away we are starting the recording. Okay, basic JMeter recording, how we are going to do it. And if you wanted to filter any request in JMeter, how to do that, that also we are going to cover. Okay. And then internal components I told you, right? If you recollect, I told you thread group, sampler, all those things I told you, the high level understanding, right? That we are going to cover in a detailed way. Thread group means what are all the thread group we are going to learn. Sampler means what are all the sampler we are going to learn. Logic controller means what are all the logic controller we are going to learn. Config element means what are all the things what we are going to learn. Timer, assertion, listener, all those things, pre-processor, post-processor, everything we are going to learn with all the combination that are available in JMeter. In industry, what are all the maximum things that are available, how in real world we are learning or we are using JMeter for our real world performance testing. In that way we are going to cover each and everything, each and every subcategory we are going to learn it. Okay. And then end-to-end scripting. End-to-end scripting, that is actually very important, guys. Okay, in real world, actually I'm going to show you sample application 1 and sample application 2. Two sample application we are going to cover. and with those two sample application we are going to do a end-to-end performance testing. That is important. Okay, right from capturing the traffic, parameterization, correlation, assertion, how we are going to do, how we are going to use those sample applications for our performance testing, right? That also we are going to, why I am covering this, because in real time when you are going for any interview, definitely people will check you have any experience, right? You have any experience, right? That time you can use this explanation, because you are going to use two application, how to do performance testing, how to record, how to correlate, how to parameterize, how to execute, how to provide the report, everything we are going to learn, right? So in that case, that itself an experience for you. You can use that, and then you can provide that explanation to the end user. Okay, that also we are going to cover it. And then we are going to cover a next concept called distributed load testing. Distributed load testing, what is distributed load testing? Say, like, sometimes what customer will say, I have a AWS machine. Example, my machine is actually, one machine is actually there in California, another one is there in Silver Spring, another one is actually there in Boston, another one is there in Texas. How to do a distributed load testing, how to connect one machine to the another machine, so that I am going to simulate a real world condition. So that also we are going to learn in the distributed load testing one. That in otherwise they call that as called master slave execution. In other word, they are calling that remote testing. Okay, three terms are there. One is distributed load testing, another one is actually called as master slave execution, third one is actually called as remote testing. So all the we are going to get that understanding also. And then what is GUI execution? GUI means what? Graphic user interface, right? So in GUI mode, when you are doing the JMeter testing, what we are going to do, for that, what are all the conditions that you have to follow? Okay, and if someone is asking you to do a web services performance testing, okay, sometimes you may be getting the request from the client saying, like, web services performance testing you wanted to do, means how to do that. Or REST services performance testing. Okay, REST services, representational state transfer protocol, REST services performance testing, if someone is asking you to do, how will you approach it? Okay, and then the very very important concept, right? In industry nowadays, every customer, they are expecting, I wanted to integrate a performance testing tool with the APM tool. I wanted to integrate performance testing tool with the APM tool. So APM tools like Dynatrace, APM tools like AppDynamics, if you are integrating, how you are displaying the data from performance testing tool to APM tool, that understanding also we are going to get it. So what I am going to show you, I am going to open the Dynatrace, I am going to do the configuration in Dynatrace, I am going to do the configuration in JMeter. If you are running the test in JMeter, how you are displaying the data in Dynatrace, like that we are going to discuss. So to APM tool level learning also we are going to get it. And next one is, if you are integrating the Grafana, say, like, nowadays customers are expecting, I wanted to see my JMeter data in Grafana. I wanted to see my JMeter data in Grafana. So in that case, what we are going to do, I am going to explain how to install the Grafana, how to install the InfluxDB, and how to use backend listener. Okay, there is a concept called backend listener. If I am running the test in JMeter, how the data is actually going to InfluxDB, and how it is actually pulled from InfluxDB to Grafana to display the data. So that level of explanation also we are going to get it. And then there is a concept called non-GUI mode execution in JMeter, that also we are going to discuss. Okay, I am going to execute the JMeter in non-GUI mode, how to generate the report, how to analyze the report, all those things we are going to discuss. And then in JMeter there is one more capability called functions. There are readily available functions, inbuilt functions that are available in JMeter, that also we are going to see the capabilities. Okay, I'll take a pause here. Any question still now?
No.
No.
Who is
Questions like in JMeter, do we create a dashboards for creating showing the graphs in Dynatrace, or else any plugins we are going to use it here?
See, it's like a header injection. There are two ways you can do it, but I'll tell you one way which is common to all the tools, so that if you do it, that data will come in the respective APM tool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
The
installable on
scripting,
all the machines wherever we are using, or else it is a licensed one? I hope it is a
I'll
licensed
I, I,
one.
I'll explain during the session. I'll explain like how to get the account in Dynatrace, and then
Okay.
you can use that.
For
Okay.
scripting demo, what kind of application we will take it here? While you are explain about the scripting and how to record and all, like
See,
we are going to take web tools or any other kind of application.
dif- different situations we are going to use different tools. Okay. So flight
Okay.
booking, the web tours, or this JPET store, or Blazemeter, Blaze demo, like that. I have different websites that are there. During our regular session, I'll explain. I mean, I'll explain all the websites. So based on
Okay.
your convenience, you can use those tools for your learning.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So on next one is we are going to use the Jenkins execution, because nowadays everybody they started talking about pipeline execution, CI/CD. Okay, CI/CD pipeline executions. So what we will do, we will see how to create a job in Jenkins, and how to do the execution in Jenkins, and how to display the report in Jenkins. All those things we will discuss. And in JMeter there is a capability to do the server monitoring. So that also we will check it, how to do the server monitoring in JMeter. And then there is a tool called Blazemeter, and it is having the plugin. Okay, to through the plugin how you are going to get the JMX file, that also we are going to get it. And I also told you BeanShell scripting we are going to do, and what are all the best practices that are there in JMeter, that also we are going to do. And then interview questions, regular interview questions, scenario based interview questions, real time interview questions, what are all the things that they are asking, right? That also we are going to discuss as part of the session, guys. Any question, guys, still? No?
Yes, hi sir. How
Yes.
many years of experience we can mention in our resume after completing this course?
That is actually your comfortable level. How say it's all each and everybody's the their perceptions, right? So um, but I would say definitely you can put your experience in whatever the way that you want it, because we are covering as a experienced professional level candidate, from the scratch to professional level only we are covering, but it's up to your interest to have it. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not the right person to say tell that in the forum, but but you can decide your things.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Thanks.
Sure.
so further days you provided by this document, right?
Yeah. All the documents, artifacts, everything we will share it in the Google Drive. Okay. You can download it, and then you can do it all the practices. Okay. So actually, those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, you can reach out to Kumar sir. This is Kumar sir number. I'll put his number in the chat: 8019952427. 8019952427. Can we do scripting using AP? AP scripting, I told you, right? Web services, REST services, we are going to cover. APM tools are open source tools. No, it is not a open source tool, but we can create an account for our learning. Okay. So please reach out to Kumar sir. Okay. 8019952427 is number. So this is actually right now we are planned to have by 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST. Okay, 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST. So just a minute. Yeah. So this is the other corresponding timelines. Okay, this is IST time I'm saying. Other US UK timings are available in the website. So I'll copy paste this course content in the chat. You guys can take it also. Um, so every day we are going to record this session. Okay, all these sessions are actually recorded, and post which we are going to upload it in the YouTube playlist URL. Daily we will upload the videos in the YouTube playlist URL, and all these videos are you are going to get it for lifetime access. lifetime access. You are going to get it any time, any number of time you can watch it. Sometimes if you are having any office work or personal work, if you are unable to attend the session, no problem. We will upload the video in the YouTube playlist URL. You can watch it later also, and you can bring your questions as well. So in that way only we are going to operate. So all these videos are actually recorded, and we'll upload it in the YouTube playlist URL. And all the artifacts and supporting documents, we are going to share it in the Google Drive, so that you can download and then you can learn for all the sessions.
What about
So you,
weekend classes? Is there any extra classes in weekends?
no, if you feel like anything has to be explained, yes, we can connect and then do the lab sessions and everything. But other than that, we don't want to do it. Or if you feel like any blocker, any setup level changes that are required, I'll ask my team to connect with you during the daytime. Anytime if you're available, I'll ask my team to connect with you to resolve the problems.
But
Okay.
officially, we don't have weekend classes, only weekdays, right, sir?
Yeah, it is actually Monday to Friday.
Oh,
We are going to learn.
okay, that's great, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, here like how many protocols we are going to cover in terms of like recording?
See here in JMeter as such, they will not call that as JMeter. Sorry, protocols. In load runner world only, they call that as protocols. Okay, here they are saying like these are the features that are available. Okay, yeah, in that I would say uh, web web HTTP, SOAP, REST, FTP, database, all these things we are covering. Probably all these things we are covering. Okay, those are
Sir,
the
one
regular
more
ones.
thing, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, so can we go through the classes for the JMeter as well as the load runner parallelly, sir? Because I'm a working, so just
you
wanted to check.
you can definitely you can. I mean, provided you have the time to spend 1 hour here and there, right? That's the way
Yes,
it
sir.
it actually goes. But both are both the tools you can learn, no problem.
Okay. And for the JMeter, how many days it will be completed, sir?
We are planning to have 40 hours, 40.
Okay. Sure, sir. Are you
Yeah,
taking the load runner classes parallelly, sir? Like during the weekends, like or the weekdays?
you can touch base with Kumar because he manages that planning and schedule and all. You talk to him and he will guide you for sure.
Sure,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, sure.
Hi,
So
Saravanan.
after
May I
completing
know
this
the total
course,
duration?
40 hours, 40.
No, not just for JMeter, overall load runner, JMeter, Grafana, all those. How
No, no,
many
no.
months it will?
This no. This is actually purely we are covering JMeter, Grafana, InfluxDB, Dynatrace basics, and then your AppDynamics things and all we are covering. Load runner is a separate topic. Okay, that you can talk to Kumar. He will guide you. I'm saying this particular course content, whatever I discussed right now, right? This is actually we are
Oh,
going to have it for 40 hours.
yes. Okay.
How many applications we will be going to cover?
Probably 4 or 5, four applications regularly we use it. So this time I'm planning to have one more also. We got a new application, so I'm planning to use that.
So it is 5 application, right?
Yeah, 5 applications. Yeah, but
And what
see,
about
for
monitoring
you
tool?
for you it is actually one application itself sufficient to learn all the capability. It is for the flavor we are using different. Okay.
Yes.
I have a general question.
Yeah, please.
Sir, do we write test cases, in the Excel format for performance testing as well, similar to we write for functional testing? Do we
No,
do
usually
the same thing
usually
here as well?
no. We use naming itself little different. Okay, test scenarios. Okay, it is not test case.
Okay.
Test scenarios are business flows or user journeys. In that way only we will use the word. Okay, user journeys, business flows, or test scenarios. Okay,
Okay.
very rarely in certain organization they are using the word test cases, but regularly we will not use that word. We will use test scenarios, business flows, or user journeys. That is what we used to
Okay.
write.
So we are also going to cover that, right?
That we will discuss in the foundation level discussion, right? We are going to discuss that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Is it different with workflow model?
Workload model is different. Workload model is different. This is identifying the scenarios, what is actually required. Workload model is something that after identifying the scenarios, how I am going to load those scenarios, that is actually workload. Okay, that is different, this is different. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt. Like some of the application will have two-step authentication, right? Like sending OTP to the phone and all. So that kind
Hmm.
of recording will be provided, like session. How to do
See,
recording when there is two-step authentication?
yeah, that's what. As such, I don't have the straightforward application to do that, but I'll find one and then I'll take it for you. Okay, because
Okay,
that is all straightforward only, but I'll find one and then I'll explain that scenario to you. Okay.
okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so those who wanted to enroll yourself for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir. 8019952427 is actually his number. So as I told you, we discussed about the course content today. Pretty much we are done with that explanation. Tomorrow what we are going to do, we are going to start the day one. Okay, foundation level things are we are going to start. Please don't miss it. Okay, which is very important. Any fresher learners or those who wanted to choose your career as a performance tester, please don't miss it. We'll have our day one session. Those who wanted to enroll yourself for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir for further information. Okay, and thanks for each and every one of you for
Uh,
joining this demo session.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Shravan, this is Bhaskar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Shravan. If in case I learn in performance testing, so nowadays AI is growing the AI, right? So after I learn in performance testing, how was going in growth? It is growth is there or not?
See, now only people are started talking about AI and all, which is actually very early stage. Okay, but in that
Okay.
case also, I would say there will be a bright future for us because still industry is actually demanding large user testing. Heavy users are coming to the retail application or heavy data loading. Lot of mobile testing, lot of things are actually happening in the market. So in that case, performance testing is very much important, but this artificial intelligence will not replace our work or developers work or support team work that easily, because that AI also has to be operated by somebody. For AI also somebody has to supply data. For AI also there is a training data that are required. So those are not that is actually going to happen that easily or that quickly. So we don't want to worry about those things right now, Bhaskar. Okay.
Okay. Okay, Shravan. Thank you.
Yeah, sure, thank you.
Sir, one
So
more
for
thing, sir. Maybe this question is may not be right, but just wanted to ask with you, sir, that currently there is a talk going on for the RPA tool as well. When it comes to the manual testing, who's having like almost 5 to 10 years of experience, they are asking about like something like automation side. So either like RPA or else the Selenium with Java. So which one do you want me to choose? Like either need to go with the RPA tool or else with the performance testing tool, sir.
See, I'll tell you, I started my career as manual tester, and then I learned automation, and then I learned performance testing. Okay, so I know three zone completely. So if you are asking me, the journey of performance tester is easy and worthy. Okay, you can you can learn easily, and your career path is also very high level growth will be there. Okay, but in the case of the automation tester or manual tester, even everybody knows it, manual tester will not have that much of a quick growth in their career. Okay, leave about that. The automation tester will have the growth, but only thing is, since because the technology is actually quickly changing, so because of that the framework that they are using or the technology scripting that they are doing has to be upgraded also. So in that case, there will be a little challenge when you are doing that learning, automation learning. Okay, but in my last 14 years of experience, I'm saying not much of huge changes that are happening in the performance testing world. As long as you are good with the foundation scripting level knowledge, you can still survive. So I would say the path is little easy, and your career also little valued in the performance testing. Yes, the value is there for automation testing, but you need a lot of learnings, lot of scripting understanding, framework understanding that are required in the automation side. But that is also little easy in the performance testing world, Shalini. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Got the answer.
Yeah.
So for JMeter is required for API testing.
Yeah, we are going to cover, API testing.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Second, you can APM tool only Dynatrace or AppD, both are you will cover, right?
Both we are going to cover. Both we are going to cover.
Now,
See,
okay,
I am
nowadays they
I
will
am
ask in the Neuralink.
yeah. See, this all the way this thing is actually coming. So what happened in the previous batch? I added Dynatrace. Then somebody requested, I
Okay,
added AppDynamics. Now new. So it's like now itself the course content is actually 40 hours, right? I don't want to
yes,
make
yes.
it little more heavyweight also. That is the reason.
Mhm.
Okay, but while going through the Dynatrace and AppDynamics, I will explain. Okay, in what way you are doing it, right? That simple procedure you are going to follow it for other places also. Okay, so
Okay,
not much of difference. So we will discuss during our regular session. Okay.
okay, okay. Okay, nowadays they will ask in Neuralink monitoring tool also. So that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I'm asking.
Neuralink also people are asking. Datadog also people are asking. CAAPM also
Mhm.
people are asking. Splunk also people are asking.
Mm.
So it's like the demand is actually high nowadays. But so that's the reason industry best leader, right? These are the leaders actually. Dynatrace and AppDynamics are the leaders. So that's the reason I added in the
Yes.
course content. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, sure. So thanks for the learners who joined. Sorry. Thanks for the learners who joined today for evaluating us. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Definitely, we all will travel in this course journey, and then we will learn each and every concepts in JMeter, make ourselves comfortable, and we'll learn to the level of professional in the Apache JMeter tool. So tomorrow, don't miss a session. We are going to start our session, foundation level things that we are going to do. Thanks for joining, and have a nice day. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sravan.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Saravanan.
Thank you. Thank you all.